Hey guys, it's me Bunny, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you a little story time about the time Patrick and I moved in with some crazy people with some crazy things happening. So to start the story off, Patrick moved out of his uncle's house and into his friend's mom's house. The friend didn't live with the mom anymore and we didn't really understand why. That should have been the first clue. But she was renting out a room, so Patrick was like, yeah, it's closer to work for me, so it'll be easier to get back and forth to where I'm going versus where he was living. So he moved in, then I moved in a couple months later, I think a month or so later, because my dad was moving back to New York, and that was just a whole separate issue. I'm still very close to my dad, I love my dad so much, but that was just a whole nother scenario. So I moved in, and everyone was super nice to me. I loved it. Everybody was super cool, and there was set ground rules, pretty much just don't go into each other's room without knocking. If there's food in the fridge, obviously eat your own stuff, but if you eat somebody else's, it's not the end of the world. But so things were going really good up until the end of the summer. We had moved in June. Patrick had moved in April or May. I moved in June, and I worked in a different city, so I had to take a bus back and forth to work twice a week, which wasn't that bad, but because I didn't have my license yet, unfortunately. So the people that lived in the house at this point is Patrick, me, the friend's mom, and the friend's mom's niece. We're gonna give the friend's mom and the niece just random names because I'm not looking to start anything. We'll say that the friend's mom's name is Susan, and the niece's name is Becca. So Susan, the friend's mom, was super nice to us. She had her own job. She drove buses or whatever. And then the niece, Becca, she had a legitimately mental slowness to her. She went to the doctors, counselors, whatever, but we couldn't figure out why that Susan treated Rebecca poorly. And from there I felt bad for the niece, Becca, for many reasons. No one liked her. Granted, she used to do things to piss people off, but whatever. So we'll jump to the end of the summer. The end of the summer is when things started to get a little, it was still fine, but then Susan had a woman move in with us from Texas that she had never met in person before. And we live in Massachusetts at the time, okay? So Susan went to go get her friend from Texas, her Facebook friend that she's never met before. So we were kind of wary about it because we're how do we know it's not a Ted Bundy situation or something? What if we're murdered by this woman? We'll call the woman, the Texas woman, we'll just call her Texas, okay? So Texas moved in, and she was super sweet. She was really nice, had this nice Texas accent. It was super sweet. And then later down the road, during the fall, things were okay. And then around Christmas time and after, things were getting a little rocky. Patrick and I used to pay $120 some odd a month for the room. So Texas took Patrick and I's old room, and we turned, it's kind of like an indoor-outdoor patio into a bedroom. It barely had electricity. The ceiling used to rain on us 24/7. We were miserable, everything. But we sucked it up because we didn't really have any other options at that point. So, and we weren't like mad at Texas or anything like that because she didn't really do anything. And the room that we lived in prior was a lot smaller, and then this one was bigger. We had our own couch in our new room, our bed, our TV, an entertainment center, a desk. I did have the ferrets in that room too. So yeah, it wasn't too bad. Like, the rain thing was really freaking annoying and it destroyed our old mattress. But around the time it started snowing, Susan was becoming a little bit more manipulative towards Texas, and we didn't know why. We noticed that they were being a little bit more rude. They would avoid talking to us and everything like that. And I just kind of went along with my day. And then sometime in January, I want to say, Susan kicked out Becca. She dropped her off at a homeless shelter with $40 in her pocket and just left her there because she didn't want to deal with her anymore. What? How do you do that to someone? They don't have anything. You didn't even let the girl, she didn't even let the girl pack, pictures of her family or anything like that. Because you thought she was going to be put into, a home for where the home helps, mentally disabled people and stuff like that. No. She let her pack, a certain amount of shirts, socks, pants, underwear, stuff like that. Just a certain amount. Becca is also 23 at the time, I believe. 23 or 24, like that. And Susan was getting her monthly money thing because Becca can't work because mental stuff. Whatever, okay, that's fine. So she kicks Becca out. And it was also, Texas also went along with it. So I was mad at the point. I was livid. That's not okay. You don't do that to someone at all. It's freezing cold outside. The homeless shelter, where they dropped her off at, you spend the nights there. That's it. At 7 o'clock in the morning or so, you're out until 6 o'clock that night. It's freezing outside. This girl has no place to go. So I was mad. Okay, that's number one reason why psycho roommates. And also Susan has another niece that was also very manipulative and just awful most of the time. Anyways, so one day Patrick and I get a text saying that we owe $1,200 to Susan for the electric because we use a lot of electric apparently. First of all, Patrick's never home because Patrick was working. And then I worked 2 days a week, but I didn't feel comfortable being in the house anymore, so I wasn't home either. Please tell me how we racked up that much in electric bills. So, and I was a week behind. I'm sorry, we paid $120 a week, not a month. No, $125 a week, not a month. I'm sorry. I'm a little frazzled right now. But we spent that much, and I was behind 1 week. And Susan made it seem like I never paid her rent, and she was telling Texas behind our back that we didn't pay rent. What Susan used to do was just take the money and not pay for bills. She didn't pay the electric bill. It's not our fault that you're not paying your bills. So she's told us, well, you had to get out of my house by the end of the day. And at this point, what had happened earlier in that night was she nailed Patrick and I's door shut so we couldn't get in because there was a side door that we just went through. They nailed that shut. They locked the front screen door, and And with the way the house was set up was living room, there's a sliding glass door, a hallway, our room. They locked the sliding glass door so we couldn't use the bathroom. They nailed our way to get out of the house shut. So Patrick, we thought the door was just stuck. We realized they nailed the frickin' door shut, and it was snowing. And this issue went on for a few hours, about 2 o'clock in the morning. And that night, she's like, well, I'll give you till tomorrow to move out. We're like, no, 14 days and we'll leave. And then for those 14 days, we avoided them like the plague. So I was livid, Patrick was livid, no one was happy. How are you gonna do that to someone? But 6 months down the road, a year after we moved out, Texas sent me a message. She sent me a text apologizing for everything, for acting the way she did for us, and because I guess when we moved 6 months later, Susan was being some sort of rude ways with Texas, and Texas admitted that Susan never paid her bills with the money we were giving her. So long story short, watch out who you move in with, people, okay? We were so miserable, it's not even funny. But that is my little spiel rant about our crazy ex-psycho roommates. Texas is cool, she's fine in my book now. Whatever, the past is the past. I'm still mad at the other one though. I'm still mad at Susan, okay? So, I hope you guys enjoyed this little rant spiel. I hope none of you ever have to go through this. And I love you guys so, so, so much. Leave a comment down below if there's any other kind of videos you guys want to see. Hit the subscribe button if you want to subscribe, whatever. Hit the thumbs up button, I guess. Hit the thumbs down button. You guys do whatever you want. Free will. But I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.